Alright guys, before the rest of the video actually begins, I have to mention something extra because Oniisan can't go a single day without being embedded in some sort of controversy. Oh yes, literally hours after I finished editing this beautiful video that you guys have ahead of you, Oniisan has made not one, not two, but 3 videos on the Eugenia Cooney situation, specifically after Eugenia Cooney messaged him and told him to never make a video about her again. And what's his excuse for doing that? Well, here you go.
This would actually be a good video if she didn't tell you to stop. Yes, I was making critical videos of her, and I'm not making critical videos anymore.
Wow, you absolute asshat. Oniisan, I swear to God, I will beat the hell out of you. You know, your excuse here for making another video about Eugenia Cooney after you bullied this girl and made sketch comedy videos calling her dumb for having bulimia and for not getting treatment is disgusting. And your excuse is that, oh, my videos are positive now, so therefore I have the right to make videos about her. You know, that's the exact same thing as asking a girl out as a party, she turns you down, and you proceed to follow her around for the rest of the night and call her pretty. And when she turns around and says, hey, could you stop? You just say, whoa, calm down, girl. I was complimenting you. I was giving you a compliment. Wow, someone must be full of themselves. You are an arrogant prick, and you do not have the right to make more videos about her if this girl does not want you to make more videos about her. That is all. Everyone, enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you very much. Good night. Or good morning. Hey kids, I'm Jesse. This is Satire Goat, and Oniisan should be banned from YouTube. And before this video gets too far in, I just want to express acknowledgement that I'm aware this video is going to be all over the place, stylistically and comedically, but I'm fine with that because it perfectly condenses just how intense and passionate my rage for Greg is, or Onion Boy, Oniisan, whatever the Now, if you're even slightly interested in YouTube history, then you're probably aware of Oniisan, YouTube's most reoccurring antagonist in the grand anime history that YouTube has. This guy's been making videos since around 2006, I believe, and ever since then he's been making comedy, music, and conversation videos about underage girls' titties ever since then.
This is where I feel bad. Not pretty. I would have said semi-pretty, but you look so cool, I have to say pretty. Not pretty. Maybe fix your eyebrows and try again. We already learned from the half faces. Not pretty, but there's potential there. Not pretty. You guys asked me my opinion, and I'm an honest person. This is what happens.
And honestly, at this point, the dude is just YouTube's punching bag. It is such a common thing to make videos on Oniisan about how bad of a person he is, about how bad his music is, about how bad his comedy videos are. I don't think anyone has ever made a video stating that Oniisan deserves to be completely taken off of YouTube. Until this one, because I don't think this man should be allowed to have a YouTube channel, considering his history on this platform. Now, I'm going to briefly go through some of Oniisan's controversial history. This dude's a psychopath. But I'm not going to spend the whole video on it. Instead, I'm going to spend a lot of this video talking about how god-awful his comedy videos are. I'm sorry, did I say comedy videos? I mean him trying to stare at the camera really sexy while making weird faces and weird noises to attract preteen girls, so he can then message them on Oniisan forums and rate their bodies on the scale of his own sexual preference.
Not pretty.
Ooh, wait till you see the. No. Look at the top of his head.
Also, I'm just going to start a tally for all the cringe moments that Greg does throughout this video, because there are many cringe moments, so I'm just gonna put a tally mark somewhere on the screen. You'll be able to see it like right around here. So I'm gonna keep tally, and at the very end of the video we're gonna reveal exactly how many cringe marks Greg has. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to, I believe it's called thelifeofonion.com. This website has hours and hours of reading material about all of Oniisan's controversies, so if I skim over something in this video or I don't mention something in enough detail, you can go there and it will give you all of the information for free. So first off, one of the main reasons why people hate Oniisan is because he was married to a high school sweetheart, I believe, in his very early stages on YouTube. During this phase from like 2006 to 2008, 2009, he made really bad comedy and music videos that were obviously aimed at lower age children and preteen girls who thought he was attractive. Which, ironically, is his only supportive fan base today. Preteen girls who think he's attractive. Which is even more ironic because the preteen girls who thought he was attractive at the beginning of his career no longer watch his videos because they grew up and realized he was a psychopath. But yeah, even though his early videos are god-awful, terrible, unfunny, and unwatchable in just about every way, they weren't offensive. That is until he and his wife started experiencing marital problems, and his wife, who goes by the name of Shiloh, as a musician, began experiencing mental breakdowns because of Oniisan's abuse, she stated. And Oniisan has constantly reinforced that there is no evidence of this abuse, but that doesn't change the fact that he uploaded multiple videos of her having a mental breakdown to his YouTube channel.
Look at this. Look at this. Hey, calm down. You're in my house, okay?
Why?
No. It's okay. It's okay. Look, I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. Look. I'll show you, okay? No. Oh, I'm not gonna touch you. No, look.
Please don't hurt me.
Look, okay.
What a shitbag. Now, of course, he did delete those videos, or else YouTube most likely would have taken them down for him. But he doesn't mention them at all in his current state on this platform, and he divorced his wife after. And has since then stated that she only used him to get money out of him, even though there were multiple videos of evidence of her having legitimate mental breakdowns while he just records her and states that she's crazy.
Haha, Future Jesse back again. But yeah, I should probably mention that Oniisan has since stated that his wife has faked her reactions and that she faked these videos for the money. But even if that's the case, Oniisan wasn't aware that she faked them before he uploaded it to the internet, which means he's still guilty of uploading content that he thinks is a serious mental outbreak onto his channel. Yeah, thanks, bye.
Now, if that isn't enough, just douchebaggery, just rage-fueling douchebaggery, this guy also lied about his military. This guy also lied about his departure from the military, because multiple times in this video he stated that he received an honorable discharge, which is, you know, the best discharge you can receive from the military. Multiple people mentioned in his video comments that all the stories he told about being in the military, such as him fighting with his officers verbally, him being verbally combative, him constantly making fun of his officers and telling them that they were basically, you know, being bad people, that it was highly unlikely he would receive an honorable discharge. And so he eventually provided doctored papers of his discharge on camera, to which people were like, okay, sure, I guess he did receive an honorable discharge. And it was like that until the mid-2010s, until someone found the legitimate files of his discharge, and it was revealed he just received an average discharge. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it was like an average discharge with honors, which is not the same as an honorable discharge, which means the guy's been lying about his discharge for years now. Oh, I'm sorry, is that not enough information on why Oniisan is Satan himself? Let me just explain his second wife, Lainey, and how he started dating her privately when she was 17 years old and he was a young age of 26. You know, an illegal age difference. And he married her the following year when she was 18 and he was 27. Now, as a man who constantly brings up the law as an excuse as to why he can do certain actions, the dude is absolutely insane in bringing up legal boundaries and why it's morally okay for him to do things just because they're legal. He constantly brings up, oh, but I married her when it was legal for her to marry her, so therefore there's no problems, even though I was most likely courting her romantically 2 years before the fact. And then there's a swamp issue in which Oniisan bought a house that was on marshland and he constantly started dumping tree bark and trees and garbage and brush into the swamp, which is totally illegal. And he kept on mentioning it was his property, so he has the right to do it, even though these marshes are under federal jurisdiction. This guy is so morally bankrupt that it is insane to me that people still watch his videos. Oh wait, they don't.
Got him!
He doesn't even get 10,000 views per video anymore, and he has a total of like 2-3 million subscribers. Jesus Christ, man. How are you still alive, you piece of shit? In my personal opinion, I don't think YouTube channels should be removed off of YouTube unless they contain super offensive content like huge racial slurs, homophobic slurs, just massively rude content, or if they contain like dead body. And let's be real, if there's anyone on YouTube who has consistently made videos even though he's dead in the water, it's Oniisan.
Got him!
So honestly, I probably didn't do nearly enough justice to some of his controversies. I didn't even mention the Eugenia Cooney stuff where he belittled this poor girl who has a mental disorder, an eating disorder, and he chose to, instead of helping her, maybe starting a fundraiser or trying to contact her family, he instead made videos making fun of her under the hopes that she would, in shame, and induce herself into a mental hospital. He shamed this girl into doing that, and it is sickening. This man makes me so angry. He is the worst human being to have a YouTube channel. I don't even care about Alex Jones. That dude is at least funny. Oniisan will never be as funny as Alex Jones is. So with that being said, I'm gonna prove why Oniisan should be legally referred to as dead, and why his channel should be referred to as dead, and why his channel should be removed off of YouTube. For context, let's now look at some of his comedy videos, because I really need a good laugh after realizing what a douchebag this is. Let's see if he can make me laugh. We're gonna start off by checking out one of his earlier videos. He recorded a bunch of songs in his early career, just songs performing as different characters and performing as himself. The songs were intentionally bad, but that hasn't changed the fact that just because it's intentional doesn't make it any less atrocious. Let's watch this song called Potato Song. I Love Potatoes by Oniisan. You know, you really just have to love the sense here. Do you get, he's in drag. He's a man in drag. It's funny because he's a guy, and guys usually don't wear dresses. Am I right, fellow men? Do you wear dresses? I don't think so. That's why this is funny. You know, once again, this is really ironic considering that Oniisan is a huge alleged supporter of LGBT rights and even considers himself to be bisexual. And here he is, making a joke out of wearing women's clothing. I pulled his shirt up.
To me, I love potatoes. I feed them to my children like I should because they like them a little bit too even.
Why the fuck is he roller skating? Why the fuck is he roller skating? What? Okay, we don't need to see any more of that. We really don't. I wonder what. Wow. You know that a joke is good when the entire premise of your video revolves around you dressing up in drag and just making silly faces to the camera. That is the epitome of comedy. The man who can make the silliest faces is by default the funniest man in existence. Let's see what kind of silly faces I can make. You laughing yet, kids? Is it funny? Well, I made a silly face, so therefore you must be laughing. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I have to make everything intentionally bad because I don't really have the skill to create good comedy. So therefore, I just make everything bad on purpose and use that as an excuse as to why my videos are bad, when in reality, I can't actually create good comedy by myself. You know, I'm actually starting to see a parallel between his channel and my channel. But yeah, another really obnoxious thing about Onision is how he has to make himself look attractive in every one of his videos. Or at least every one of his videos after the old phase, where he intentionally made horrific content. This guy has such a huge obsession of just looking as attractive as he possibly can. Almost because he probably knows his audience is mostly preteen girls who find him attractive. So therefore, he has to keep his looks up. There have been a few videos I know that mention his overuse of filters and how everything is so bright just to make his skin complexion look better.
I have filters on right now, so let's go ahead and eliminate those. And now let's go ahead and make my face look even worse. And now let's zoom in. Okay, time to make myself look presentable. Okay, here I am. That's kind of better, right? Side-by-side comparison?
But I think, let's look at his Instagram page real quick, because his Instagram page is hilarious to me. He literally has Instagram pages for his characters that he belittles in his own videos. He has Instagram pages for, like the Emo Charlie page, which actually makes me want to cut myself, which I'm pretty sure is contrary to what the character is supposed to be. God damn, this dude is egomaniacal. Look at that, holy shit. This is a 30-something-year-old man. I think he's like 35 at this point, right? Throw his age up on the screen so I can just at least have the correct age in the video. Wow. That's old, and you're still taking pictures like that. That's depressing. You are one sad, sad man. No one likes you. I don't like you. I don't even think your own fans like you. The only people who watch your video are people who hate watch you, and people who think you're attractive and don't actually laugh at your videos. That's it. How does that make you feel, you piece of garbage? Yeah, okay, cool. Now, when I was younger, I actually used to watch his channel sometimes. I know that's crazy, right? Because I'm 19 years old, but believe it, once upon a time, I was like 13 and 14 and did check out his channel from time to time because I had an edgy sense of humor. And one of his videos that I did like was his Death Note parody. It was the only video, I believe, I actually rewatched regularly of Onision. And now that I'm older and I have a developed brain, and I understand that, you know, wife abusers and people who judge underage children's bodies are bad people, I'm gonna look at this video and see if it's still funny or still interesting to me. Or we can see if it's just Onision being a pretentious asshat and trying to make himself look attractive in his videos once again.
The human whose name is written in this note shall die. That's absurd. This is a joke. So if I write this anchorman's name in my book, he'll die. Cool! That's absurd. This is a joke.
God, I love the artificial camera shake. That's good.
Nice top story. There's a serial goat rapist on the loose. Apparently he's a...
He's making silly noises. That's good. That's a good joke.
This is like I'm a gay. Yagami.
I'm a gay! He actually is a gay in real life, it turns out, so wow. That's ironic.
May have noticed a news anchor died as of late, and I'm wondering if you had any information on that. Who is this guy? And how did he know to call me after the anchorman died? Excuse me? How did I know? I don't know what you're talking about. Light, I believe we may need to meet in person. What do you feel about that? Perfect. I can just make up an excuse to look at his ID and then I'll write his name in the book. I'm sorry, Light, what book?
You see, the joke in this video is that he keeps saying his plans out loud instead of it being an inner monologue in his head, which is
like what it is in the Death Note anime. This video is actually just gonna be me blatantly explaining Onision's jokes because they're not funny. That's the epitome of my humor. Someone make a video about me, please. I need the attention.
No, that won't be necessary. I know where you live. I'll come to you. This is too good.
No witnesses.
Witnesses to what? I don't know what you're talking about. I'll see you when you get here. That went good. Ew, emo fag! So you're either socially inept, extremely rude, or both. What are you talking about? I didn't say anything.
God damn it. All of these videos are so moody and so pretentious. He thinks he's so good at playing these characters. He's like, oh yeah, I've seen the anime a few times. So to play L, you know, I'm just gonna sit like this in my chair, and I'm just gonna talk in a monotone voice and do everything that L does, and that means that I'm just as good of a character as L is. When in reality, you're a pretentious douche nozzle who has no right to watch an anime as good as Death Note, you loser! And once again, no matter what, even if he's trying to be a silly character, he has to make himself look attractive in his videos. And he comes off as so pretentious. I think it's really funny because the character of Light is a character who thinks he's superior to everyone else, who thinks he's a super attractive guy who's good with the ladies, and in reality, he doesn't have any friends. No one really likes him, and everyone suspects he's a bad guy. But he's the only person who doesn't think he's a bad guy. Who does that sound like to you? Yeah, and then he has his channel called Oniisan Speaks, where he interacts with fans and talks about personal issues and his opinion on political stuff. And let's be real, no one wants to hear that bullshit. Especially because his opinion throughout the years has contradicted himself so much. And sure, you can explain it as him growing from an old person to a new person, but god damn, it's so annoying when every other week a new video is like, I am biromantic. Actually, I'm just bisexual now. Well, I may be straight. I think I'm only like 10% gay. Actually, I have fully decided that I am biromantic, bisexual, and cisgender. It's... Fuck, dude! Just make a goddamn decision! Now let's not even get started on his music. Please, because it's...
Let me stand up straight for you. Let me represent. Let me pretend I respect you, but first let me vent. Don't be scared of the facts. You fear me making the call. You're afraid of the truths I tell. You wish I would just go AWOL.
I mean, you really want me to give a review of his music here? Well,
I once met this girl, she's as pretty as could be. I told her she was beautiful, but she didn't believe me. Frustration consumed me, how could she not see? Despite the perfection I perceive, she sees inadequacy. See, society has taught her to hate the skin she...
His singing is bad. His writing is bad. If he's the producer for his own songs, then he should be ashamed because he's an even worse producer than he is a writer for comedy, and that's saying something. Whenever he raps, it's so funny because it sounds like Eminem with Down syndrome. Oh god, I need to cut that joke out. That's too edgy for my channel. That's like an early Oniisan joke right there.
Rejection like an infection, breeding victims of disaffection. So pardon my interjection, but we must go a new direction.
And they're bad songs. He's like the human version of the band Evanescence. Well, here we are, it's the end of the video. So, drum roll please. What is the final cringe counter of Oniisan's YouTube channel? It's, wow, that's a lot. That's like infinite, because his entire existence is cringe. Imagine being that cringe of a person. I sure can't. There we go, that's it. In conclusion, Oniisan is my least favorite channel on YouTube. Oniisan is my least favorite person on YouTube. There have been actual neo-Nazis who have made YouTube channels, and I've seen those channels, and I don't hate those people as much as Oniisan, because at least those channels are self-aware of what they do. Oniisan thinks he's a comedian. Oniisan thinks he's some sort of prophet and internet icon, when in reality, no one gives a shit about him anymore. He's not hired to do things. No company gives him money to do anything anymore. He doesn't receive sponsorships. He is blacklisted from YouTube. His videos only get a couple of thousand views for a channel with 3 million subscribers. If I were him, I would be absolutely ashamed of where I'm at right now, and I would be ashamed of who I am as a person. So Oniisan, here's the thing. I have so much rage for you, and I despise your channel so much, and this is also to everyone watching the video, to send him this video, because I want him to see this. I challenge you to a boxing match, Oniisan. I challenge you to a mixed martial arts fight. I don't even care what it is. It could be mixed martial arts, a street fight, it could be a damn professional wrestling match for all I care. I want to violently attack and dismember you, Oniisan. I want to fight you. I've looked it up and we're approximately around the same height, and I'm assuming I have like maybe a 5 to 10 pound weight advantage on this guy. And, you know, I also took a solid 2 weeks of karate lessons in 5th grade, so I'm pretty sure I can beat the ever-loving shit out of this man. If there is a reward for the fight, or if I do get paid for the fight, I'm going to be donating it to charity, particularly a self-harm charity, as Oniisan has been very outspoken in the past about people who self-harm are idiots because it's their own fault that they self-harm. So yeah, I'll probably be donating it to a suicide prevention center or something like that. You can bet my word on that if this thing actually happens. Which it won't, because A, this video is not going to get very many views, and B, Oniisan is a pussy! If I were to rate Oniisan's channel on a scale of 1 to 10, it would be a 0, but, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to say, I don't think this man should be allowed on YouTube anymore. I think we should start a petition to get his channel taken off of YouTube because, for one, his videos are offensively bad. 2, this man has said things just as bad as people like Alex Jones and Steven Crowder have, and they are either blacklisted completely for YouTube or their channels have been removed off of YouTube. And let me be real, I don't like Steven Crowder or Alex Jones that much. Well, I haven't seen many Steven Crowder videos, but I don't support Alex Jones for sure. Maybe Steven Crowder's a good guy. I don't know. Probably not though. Moral of the story: Oniisan deserves to get taken off of YouTube, and everyone who watches this video, share this to Oniisan so he can see my fight challenge. Because Oniisan, I swear to God, even if it has to be in your house or my house, I will happily invite you over to embarrass you in front of your 11-year-old female fans who think you're attractive. You pretentious fuckwad. Alright everyone, thanks for watching this video. This has probably been the most in-depth video I've ever made. It's probably going to be the longest video I've ever made. And I appreciate you guys for sticking with me through it. Subscribe to my channel because I will be making actual comedy videos from now on, including videos on Omegle, videos on, probably Oniisan too, because Oniisan videos do very well monetarily. Cha-ching. Love you guys. Bye-bye.